front garden room is definitely my favourite part of the house. The quality of the dappled light that comes down through the void space above, the way that it manages to handle the combination of both private and public agenda, it challenges the traditional entry sequence into a house. And it's just a beautiful space to be in and around. I'm Justin Humphrey, Director of Humphrey Architects, and I was the project architect on Cove House. Sanctuary Cove is a gated community located on the northern edge of the Gold Coast. The community's got a strong connection to water. It's flanked on one side by the Coomera River, which runs out next to us here on site, all the way out towards South Stradbroke Island and out towards Moreton Bay. The site we're on today is on the lands of both the Yugambeh and the Kumba peoples. The clients for this project had travelled extensively and they had developed an interest and appreciation for subtropical modern architecture. They saw an opportunity to bring the climate responsive nature of this sort of architecture back to their site here in Sanctuary Cove. The form of the house, I guess, is quite strong. It's the materiality with the concrete, some of the dark tones really needed to be offset, and that's where the perfect material to marry it up with was the warmth in the timber. And also one of the elements of the brief for this project originally was that the house needed to be equal parts building and garden. The main organising element in the house would be the singular strong floating roof plane, and the articulation, the way we've stopped both the concrete and the timber battens short, allowing that roof plane to float over, and it really does make sense of a lot of the elements that are going on beneath it. The entry into the house was something that we really wanted to spend some time on, so the concrete wall sort of wraps around from the front of the house and actually guides you through. Rather than having a hard edge and a traditional front door to the street, we wanted to soften that with a finely detailed timber batten screen at the front, which brings you into the first room of the house, which is actually an external garden room. You've also got basically straight down the middle, the start of what is the green landscape spine of the house, which separates the public entry from the private access to the bedrooms externally. The concrete wall then continues to lead you from the front door down past the internal courtyard into the main living spaces. These then flow seamlessly to the outdoor spaces and then down on towards what was affectionately known as the Passion Pit and down towards the pool beyond.
My name is Tracy Morland and I'm the owner of this beautiful property. We're right on the water, which is great because we love boating, and we have a beautiful natural reserve opposite us called Coomera Island. And it really feels like we have no neighbours whatsoever. It's just very peaceful and quiet and nobody staring in at us. The house responds very well to the natural light. We have the internal courtyards, which as the day moves, the sun bounces off a lot of the concrete walls and also the timber. I love that we utilise it for breezes so we can have the wind coming through the home, and it's a very, very cool home. We also wanted to be able to entertain, which we do quite a lot. So the house actually just opens up completely and the outdoors becomes the indoors, and it becomes quite a fabulous space to entertain. It just works. It's just such a beautiful home to live in.
Passive design principles of the house were really critical to get right. The large roof span provides wide eaves, lots of protection from rain, deep shade in summer, which helps obviously with the curated breeze pathways working through the house. That allows us to reduce our reliance on artificial cooling during summer. The natural stone floor and the concrete was employed, the thermal mass of those elements to really capture that lower northern sun, build up heat, and once again to further regulate the temperatures all year round. The master bedroom was something that predominantly, with two people in the house during the week, that was going to be one of the main spaces that they were in. Daily bathing rituals were something that were part of the brief originally, and so we basically decided to lift up the level of the master ensuite to, I guess, create a bit of drama and celebrate that daily sequence of events. I've thoroughly enjoyed actually seeing the clients grow into the house and seeing the house age. And I really also hope that this house does effectively put down a marker for an alternative way to approach the same planning conditions in creating a house that far better addresses its natural climatic setting.